Welcome to WNL Sports Weekly. I'm Jeremy Franklin. Coming up, I'll speak with junior wrestler Shane Connors as well as Samantha Yates from women's cross country and track and field. But first, a quick look back at the weekend in Washington and Lee athletics. Women's cross country came in third at the NCAA Southeast Regional in Rome, Georgia, where the men's team recorded a fourth place finish. In first round action in the NCAA tournament, volleyball lost 3-2 to fourth-ranked Colorado College, while men's soccer fell on piddly kicks following a scoreless draw with Johns Hopkins. Football lost its season finale 27-24 in overtime against Shenandoah. Women's swimming defeated 11th-ranked Carnegie Mellon, while the men fell to the Tartans. Women's basketball opened the year with a 72-64 win at Stevenson, and men's hoops defeated William Peace 85-75. Riding tied for fourth at the Lynchburg Invitational, and wrestling claimed two first-place finishers as the Generals came in fourth overall at Washington and Jefferson. Joining me now is Shane Connors, junior wrestler from Mount Airy, Maryland. Shane, welcome back to the show.
Thanks for having me.
WNL opened up the season with the victory over Ferrum earlier this month. The Panthers were ranked 11th in the Division III preseason poll. How significant is that win for Washington and Lee?
Yeah, I mean, Ferrum's a great team. The last 2 years we've lost to them, so it was definitely huge to get that win this year. Just a lot of energy on the bench and in the crowd after we got that last win. So I think that really just sets the stage for what we can do this year, beating an 11th ranked team. And I think it gave a lot of the guys a lot of confidence. And we know we need to work on moving forward, but it was definitely a great way to start the season.
You followed that up with a fourth place finish at Washington and Jefferson. You had two first place finishers, a total of 7 place winners. How did the weekend go for the team?
Yeah, I thought it went really well. That's always a good tournament to be at. There's a good mix of guys we should be beating and also some really good competition. So with that, there's a lot that we need to work on. Even the guys who are winning their brackets, there's a lot of small things that we can all work on from that and learn from. So it's one thing coach has really been emphasizing these past few weeks is just, we don't want to be peaking now when we be peaking at the end of the season. And to do that, you need to focus on these small things now that you're doing wrong and get better at the things that you're doing right. So if we're able to do that, then I think it's going to be a great step forward, and we'll be peaking at the right time and place high conferences and regionals, get guys to nationals.
WNL has a gigantic first-year class. How have the rookies already impacted the program?
Yeah, they've had a huge impact. I know all the guys in my class and everyone else was really excited when we saw how big their class was. They had a lot of success in high school. And just coming in the preseason, you could tell that they already had the college mentality. They were ready to compete. And I think just looking at Ferrum and W&J, they already made a big impact. I think we started 4 freshmen for Ferrum, and 3 of them got wins. And the match came down to Clay Chadwick, our heavyweight, wrestling a returning regional champion and nationally ranked wrestler, and beat him in overtime. So that was huge for him. And just W&J as well. Charlie Cunningham plays first. So those guys are just making an immediate impact on the team. And it's not really like they're freshmen at this point. It's like they're just members of the team, and that's how they're competing.
What are the Generals' expectations for the 2018-19 season?
Yeah, so last year we had one of our best seasons in history, and we just want to build upon that. I think we learned a lot about our team from how we competed at Ferrum and how we're competing at W&J. So I think the sky's the limit for this team. We want to win conferences this year. We definitely think we can do that, and then place high at the region and get some more guys to nationals this year. That's the main goal. We had 1 guy go to nationals last year, and we definitely want to bump those numbers up.
Shane, thank you for joining us. Best of luck throughout the year.
Thank you.
With me in the studio is Samantha Yates, senior cross country and track runner from Birmingham, Alabama. Samantha, welcome back to the show.
Yeah, well, thank you for having me.
The Generals just wrapped up cross country. You won the ODAC title for the 4th time in 4 years, finished 3rd at the Southeast Regional. I know it's a bit disappointing to just miss out on the spot at Nationals, but how pleased were you with the fall season overall?
Yeah, so overall I was very pleased with the fall season. We have had so many accomplishments, and the team has grown so much stronger than it has when I first got here, both in terms of athleticism, in terms of overall dedication to the sport, in terms of just overall team support. And we have done so well this season in all of our races. We've never looked better. And honestly, I don't think there's too much we can be disappointed about coming back from regionals. We went out there, we performed, we did what we had to do. We knew there were going to be several teams there right with us, and the competition is just what makes it worth it. So I'm very, very proud of this team and excited to see what the future holds.
There's not much, maybe no downtime at all before you jump into indoor track and field season. How do you manage the demands of being an in-season athlete throughout the academic year?
Yeah, so long distance running is more of a lifestyle than anything else. You know, I honestly don't know what I would do with that extra 2 to 3 hours a day if I didn't have practice. But it's, you know, something that honestly I think helps translate into all other areas of our lives. The commitment to the sport, you know, having to work hard and push yourself past your limits for, you know, this family, this group of people who you love, translates over and I think helps strengthen us in all other areas. Also, we are forced to take care of ourselves. We have to get enough sleep, eat right, all of that, and I think that just really helps us to kind of schedule our lives around that and to be able to perform well academically in our other extracurriculars. So honestly, I don't know what I would do if it wasn't year long.
What kind of personal goals have you set for your senior track and field season?
So going to track, you know, I'm just hoping to be able to personally see what I can do. It's the first season I'm going into having had a full cross-country season of training and not having had dealt with any injuries. And so, you know, I have a lot of high hopes for myself just to be able to see like what I can accomplish. Hopefully, I can set some personal records in a few races. And overall, as a team, we are also looking better than we've ever had going into the season. And so I think we're going to be able to see a lot of accomplishments this coming track season, and you know, we may be able to even get a DMR to nationals. So we'll see what happens, but I've got high hopes for us.
The indoor schedule begins just after Thanksgiving. You go to Roanoke's Invitational, which is the same venue that will host the ODAC Championship later on in the year. What's in store for the Generals at that meet? Yeah, so the Roanoke meet is just a great way for us to shake off some rust, see where we are, get a few times down, get a few qualifying times for ODACs. We should be able to do really well. We're, you know, especially on the distance side, we've got over 20 girls who are all very, very capable of running anywhere from the mile to the 5K at that meet. And so this is just a great way to see where we are and to be able to structure the rest of our season based off of this meet. But it should be a great meet, and it'll be exciting. Moving into track, it's always an exciting first meet to have of the season. Samantha, thank you for joining us. Good luck to the Generals during track season.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for having me.
Here's a look at the upcoming weekend. Wrestling will make the short trip to Southern Virginia for a dual meet on Friday, while swimming heads to Franklin and Marshall for a weekend invitational. Men's basketball travels to New Jersey for the Rose City tip-off. The Generals will take on Dickinson on Friday, followed by a matchup with Drew or Wheaton on Saturday. Women's hoops hits the road for the Terry Green Classic at Franklin and Marshall. The Generals meet Haverford on Saturday, and they'll face the host Diplomats on Sunday. Also Sunday, wrestling competes in the Star City Invite in Salem. For WNL Sports Weekly, I'm Jeremy Franklin. Thanks for watching.